Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sally Jack's TV Mom. I wanted to, we're sitting here quite regularly, aren't we? Having a natter, having a brew. Well, not a brew, mine's just hot water because I've left my tea at work and I drink this special herbal tea that I really want and I can't get hold of it. This video today I wanted to do as part of Vlogmas was just a few tips and tricks along the way of what I do. And by the way, if you've got any tips and tricks, then please leave them in the comments section below, and that helps other people because obviously YouTube is, and especially my YouTube family, is a lovely community and we all get to know each other and you can talk amongst yourselves down there and I'll talk with you as well. So it gives people an idea of what to do coming up to Christmas, because everybody gets in a flap. Everybody doesn't have time, nobody gets everything done, and so I just wanted to give you my thoughts on this and a few things that I do. It probably may not help you right now, well, some of them will, but quite a lot of it will probably, oh, by the way, is that my jumper, ho ho, will help you next year. So my first tip is to get ready early. And the reason being for this is because the earlier you get ready, the more time you've got and the more time you've got to enjoy yourself. Because what I tend to find, or what I did tend to find, and I still do even now, is that there's always something that crops up that gets in the way of what you're trying to do with managing your time. Now, I've got to manage my time because I work away. That makes it incredibly difficult for me to do things. I love my job and I don't want to give it up, but being away from home, you know, when I finish work, normally I can come home and get on with things, and I can't do that. So I always like to be early. There's an elf behind me as well. That's the do-good elf that's been brought that Frankie Jack's got to teach. We've got to go through that yet. So get ready nice and early. So actually next year, because of what's happened this year, and obviously, you know, my dear lovely mother, so incredibly hard it was on the 1st of November because obviously she had a heart attack, and she hasn't been great since, but she's getting better. We think it might be one of the tablets that she's taken, maybe causing a breathlessness, or it could be the chest infection that she's now got, and she had a sickness bug when she'd had the stent fitted, so she's not had a good time at all. And of course, with me wanting to be there for her and at the hospital and stuff, what I'd managed out to do with my Christmas decorations I couldn't do, so that's really put me back. I'd rather have, because I'd rather be, I wouldn't want to be putting these up and be burying my mum at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'd much rather have it that way. But it's not necessarily as serious as that, things that come in and happen to us within our lives, but things crop up and boom, your time's gone and you're thinking, where the heck, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, I wanted to do the other. So get ready early. And if anybody says to you, it's not Christmas yet, it's not Christmas till December, feel free to say whatever you want to say to them, including a few hand gestures. It's entirely up to you, because I just think, oh, screw you. That sounds awful, doesn't it? I'll pee off. Because the thing is, they probably may not do Christmas like you, and therefore that's fine. Not everybody is as mad on Christmas as what I am, and hopefully I'll pass that on to Frankie Jack, but if I don't, I'll be mortified. Let me sit on this cushion. I'll be mortified, but I understand that not everybody's the same. So what I would say is get ready for Christmas early. So don't care what anybody else says. You should never care what anybody else says anyway. And you should always do what you think's right. As long as you know it's right and morally right, then that's fine. The other thing is Christmas cards. Great to buy them in the January sales. Oh my word, what an amazing thing. The January sales are fantastic, and if anybody grumbles at you then off you. I don't care what you say, because I'm the one that's going to be organised next year. And actually there was a lot of people at work in quite a few jobs that I've had that have actually laughed at me being ready so quickly and kind of tittered, not nastily, because nobody ever worked with has been nasty. All my colleagues are absolutely fantastic and friends are fantastic, but they may titter and say, oh God, I can't believe you've done that. But some of them have taken the thing on and actually got ready earlier. And there was about 3 people that did it last year and then came up to me separately going, oh my word, because I got ready quickly, I can't believe how great it feels, and I can go and do things, and I can go and enjoy, and I can go to those Christmas markets not feeling like I'm in a rush and I've got something to wrap and something to do. So it's a great tip. The other thing that I always do as well, and not everybody's going to want to do this, is that I go to Vistaprint, and that's where I'll get my things like my calendars, and I'll also get my Christmas cards. Now, I don't do this for everybody. These Christmas cards are only for close friends and family, but we sign it off there, so I write, and then I only need to write to whoever, so I'll take these to work today to write. And I've got a picture of last year on our lawn, and I've put peace and joy. Now, I normally get those done in January. This year I've been a little bit late, and they've only just arrived, so yes, I'm almost 10 months late in ordering those. So I always take the picture from the previous year, because obviously Christmas decorations aren't going to be enough for me to design the card and then get it printed and sent. Well, you could do if you could turn it around quickly, but I know with my work and the way it happens, it's not going to happen for me. So I always take a picture. So I've already got, you've seen the magical, fantastical post office experience that we went to, Frankie, Jack and I, at Blackburn Mall. Oh my word, if you haven't, it is, the link is in the description below. It is phenomenal. That's another tip that I'm going to give you. You've got to, so I'm going to take that photo for the pictures for next year. So that's one for Vistaprint, to print your photos off and get them onto a card. So how much, I've got 50 of these done. I don't know how much that's cost me. It may have been, I've got 50 or 70 done, so it might have cost me around about £40 to do. So yes, they are expensive, but it depends on whether you want to go to that kind of level. We do, because we want to collect these every year for Frankie Jack. The other thing is book to see Santa. Have a look round and see which the best ones are, because what you don't want to be is disappointed as a parent if you're taking your child to a Santa's grotto and the Santa is shocking. I can't stand it, and I just want to ask my money back, and it makes me cringe, and it makes me twitch, and I can't stand it. It's got to be good. It's got to be of a certain level. Now, I know that not everybody is going to be able to afford that. Blackburn Mall, it's £9.95, but you get a little show at the start, you meet 2 elves, then you go into Santa, and you get a cracking present as well. It's a good present. That means the world. And that's £9.95 per child. I think you have to book for that. You also would have to book if you were going anywhere else to a bigger one. So I would say book in advance. So a lot of the things, like I've done barge trips with Santa. We did that, I think it was 3 years ago, and that was at a garden centre that was near here. That was shocking. Didn't really enjoy that. It's getting the magical experience. People are making money on it, but then not necessarily turning out the best that they can. Does that make sense? But whereas the fantastical post office is amazing. So that's another one. Another one of my tips is to book early. Wrap early as well. Try and wrap as soon as you possibly can. And hopefully, if I can, and I don't know whether I can, I'm going to do a vlog on wrapping. I'm hoping, I can't promise, because I've just got so much to do, and I've got so much work in front of me before Christmas hits, and I'm trying to do all these vlogmas because I'm obviously trying to vlog every day. But I've already got some in the bag, but the wrapping one hasn't been done, but it's in my head. So, so wrap as early as you can, and also buy your wrapping paper in January. So go out and get it in January. I know it seems like a real hard thing when you've just bought it in December. And also store your old wrapping paper from last year. Store it nicely. Got a few hacks coming up for that a little bit later on down the line towards Christmas, so you can store your wrapping. Also, when you're taking bows off and things like that on Christmas Day, think about those, whether you could use those again next year. So put them in a little bag and then put them upstairs or wherever you put your Christmas stuff. So buy in January, I would say. Another one is the wonderful gingerbread house. Now, this is from B&M Bargains. It's only £1.99. It's only a small one. I would love to make a great big gingerbread house like my my sister-in-law does, Louise. She is phenomenal and incredibly talented. But it's great when you know how to do it. But when you're starting and you don't, instead of taking an hour to do, it's like a 3-hour job. And I don't have that. One day I'm hoping I do. So this is the gingerbread house, and easy to make, no baking. But oops, I've just dropped it on the floor, so I'm hoping it hasn't broken. But Frankie Jack's very excited about doing that, so we'll do that on the run up to Christmas. £1.99. The other one is for the elf. Elf on the Shelf. Obviously, Elf on the Shelf is very naughty and lands in lots of mischievous things and does things around your home. And you think, oh my word, how does he find the time? How does he do it? Where does he get his ideas from? I don't know. Yeah. So there's a great place if you can read between the lines of what I'm saying, because obviously this is not made for children, but if any kids are watching. So what I would say is Pinterest is a great place. Facebook is a great place because people post about what's happening and what's going on in their home. So that's a great place. So what I did last year was I actually wrote down 24 things that the ELF had done. So, and then that gave me an idea of what to do and how to help the elf along his merry way up until Christmas. So we did that, and we've also done it this year. And also as well, some of Elf's amazing things like jackets and things like that are on sale in Poundland at the moment, and they are phenomenal. Another vlog on that coming. Oh my word, I've got so many vlogs to do. So that's going to be on its way. That's another one of my tips. Another one is to try and make things a little bit earlier. So if you've got a party, if you've got a buffet, don't try and leave it all until that day. Mark out on your piece of paper what you need, because obviously I've got Frankie Jack's Christmas party. So during the week, the run up to the Christmas party, I'll take stuff to work with me and I'll be making things, and then I'll transport it home with me. The cake I will do the day before or on the day of the party. A vlog will be coming on that as well. Don't you worry. I'll be smacking you from all sides with Christmas this year. Oh, you'll be clobbered here and clobbered there. I've also got the tree outside that I've done, the conservatory that I want to show you. I'm going to do a house tour, the outside that I want to show you. So there's so much to do, isn't there? There's so much to do. So these are some of just my tips and tricks, and leaving everything till last minute does not work. If it hasn't worked for you in the past, then you need to start a little bit earlier. That's what I would say. Another great tip, and this is a huge tip that I can give you, is get out on Boxing Day or the day after, which is what we do, and go and buy your Christmas presents for next year, of which you know they are going to love. I hope it could give you a little bit of that sort of help to take your mind off things just for that, whatever, at 5, 6, 7. This looks like it's going to be 17 minutes long, this. Go, I can witter. I could talk the iron legs off a donkey. Yes, so please, please, please don't suffer in silence. Go and have a look at the description below. I'll try and leave some numbers that you can actually call. Love you lots. Please subscribe. I would love to have you on board. I just want this to grow, and I do want our YouTube family to grow, and I'm loving having you on board and all your comments. Please leave your comments in the section below, and you lots. See you tomorrow, if I don't have any problems with uploads.